So some new GTA 6 insider info has surfaced online, and this is coming from a very reputable source in Jason Schreier. And that's what we're going to be getting into in today's video. Real quick, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome in. Please consider subscribing to Project Vice, and of course, turn on this post notification so you never miss an upcoming Grand Theft Auto 6 upload. And I do apologize about my voice. It is absolutely atrocious at the moment. I'm slowly regaining it back. But anyways, guys, let's get straight into the video. So if you checked out my last video, you would know that another reputable source, that being Tom Henderson, made some comments in relation to GTA 6's release date, and that Rockstar are confident, Tom is confident, that the game is going to release later this year. And now Schreier was featured on a podcast the other day and made some comments in relation to GTA 6's release date and a whole lot more. I'll get you guys to take a listen to it.
So I'll ask you what your level of confidence about that 2026 release is right now with the November 19th release date.
Yeah, I mean, this is how Rockstar works, or at least has worked in recent decades, I suppose. In the last decade. With Red Dead 2, if you look at the history there, they announced it for fall 2017, then it slipped to spring 2018, and then it slipped again to fall 2018, and there it landed October of that year. So I wouldn't be super shocked if that is what happens again. This time around, this is a big and complicated game, and the last I heard, it was still not content complete. That is to say that people were still finishing things up, still finalizing levels and missions and seeing what's going to make it into the game. Typically the way that game development works, you have your feature complete, your content complete, your bug testing phases, and there's a lot of kind of boundaries blurred along the way in all of those different stages. But they are still making stuff, and we'll hopefully be done with that soon and just have a whole bunch of time for fixing bugs. But even during those phases, there's always someone who wants to sneak in some last minute stuff. So it's really hard to say. In other words, it's really hard to say right now. And I don't think anyone at Rockstar could tell you with 100% certainty that they will make it out in November. But I think this feels a little bit more real than fall 2025 did. That was never real, and even more real than May did. I think there were people, even when that May release date was announced, which I believe was like last May, around there. They said May 2026. Even then, I think there were people, at least that I spoke to, who were skeptical of that. And I think people feel like this might be a little bit more solid. But it's game development, right? It's so complicated, and with a game like this, the stakes are so high, they really can't settle for anything less than perfection with this release, because there's so much riding on it. The entire, the stock of Take-Two lives or dies on this game. Every time this game slips, their shares drop 10%, I should say. So yeah, it's not something that they will release in any sort of compromised state. So even if it comes to like October and they're like, the game is not 100% ready, I suspect they would rather slip.
Now, before I even break this down, a lot of people, when they first initially saw this, automatically thought that this means that the game is going to be inevitably delayed. One article even claiming that apparently this is a concerning release date update. And I'm going to explain why I think that is not the case. Now, I'm breaking down Schreier's comments. Some people were kind of confused and puzzled because Schreier did say at the start there that the game, apparently, from what he heard, that the game is not content ready or content complete, however you want to word it. But Tom Henderson said in November, after the delay announcement, that the game is content complete.
And I think even the employee said it in I think it was like a GTA forum kind of dealio. He even said that the game is content ready, and from what I've heard, it's been content ready for a very long time. So
when I first heard Schreier say that it's not content ready, and then Tom conflicting saying that it is content ready, kind of made me quite confused, because why are two reputable sources not corroborating on the same information? It didn't really make too much sense to me. However, the good thing is Tom did clarify in a comment on Twitter saying, I heard it was content ready, yeah. Perhaps it's different sources interpreting what that's defined as in terms of ready versus complete, but not sure. Game dev is tricky. And that's pretty interesting that he mentions that. I mean, when Schreier does say it though, he says last he heard the game is not content ready. So the key words there is last he heard. So that could have been some information that was presented to him from a source a while back, could have been recent. We don't know the exact timing of when that information was relayed to him. And another key thing to point out is what Tom said is the fact that Perhaps it could be two different sources interpreting two different things of when the game is actually content ready or not. It's quite a vague term, I will say, because when you really think about it, Schreier does say that Rockstar is still finishing levels and missions and also trying to ensure what is going to be finalized in the game and also what's going to get cut. And as GameRoll mentions, Rockstar were reportedly still doing motion capture work for RDR2 in June 2018, 4 months before the game came out. There was still work being done that Roger Clark, the likeness of Arthur Morgan, had to do all the way up to August 2018. So if the game is not technically content ready, whatever that means in Rockstar's world, we won't truly really understand properly what that means from their perspective. Now, in terms of the release date of November 19th of this year sticking, at the moment, Schreier did mention that this is more of a real release date than 2025 or even May 26. And that is positive to hear, especially coming from a very reputable source like Schreier. In the past, he has mentioned with the 2025 release date that he never thought that that was going to stick, or even with the May release date that that wasn't likely as well. And he's proven to be correct on both of those occasions. Now, some other things he did mention, this is probably just really stating the obvious, really, that game development is complicated, the fact that Rockstar won't settle for anything less than perfection, and also other things like anytime Rockstar delay GTA 6, Take-Two, Rockstar's parent company, their share price drops by around 10%. So from their perspective, everything is riding on GTA 6 to be as successful and as lucrative as possible. And considering that they are the ones to fund GTA 6, I mean, reportedly $1 to $2 billion, which is absolutely insane number, you would want them to get a significant return of investment. Now, another thing Schreier did briefly mention was part of PlayStation's plans in relation to GTA 6's launch before and during.
I think with Wolverine, I think they are almost certainly going to come out in September or October. Since GTA it's a very unusual release for a lot of reasons, but one of the most unusual parts of it is that it's only coming out on PlayStation and Xbox. It's not coming on PC. And Xbox is almost a non-factor. I mean, for this game, it won't be. I'm sure it'll sell in the millions on Xbox, but PlayStation is the main platform. So it's almost, in some ways, it's kind of like a PlayStation exclusive in that most of the sales will be on PlayStation and it will sell a lot of PlayStation 5s alongside it. So I suspect that Sony is planning its entire calendar around GTA and will not release anything within the Blast Zone.
Now, some of you may know Marvel's Wolverine that is going to be releasing later this year in the 4 months, and that is apparently, according to Schreier, not going to release within the blast zone of GTA 6. I'd suspect if November lands that Sony's approach would be to release Wolverine prior to GTA 6. They wouldn't want it releasing anywhere near it. I mean, as good as Wolverine is most likely going to be, it is not GTA 6. I mean, that's a completely different behemoth. So Sony releasing Wolverine further apart from GTA 6 is the most logical approach. It gives players enough time to play through the storyline of Wolverine and then get stuck straight into GTA 6. Schreier did mention that for Sony and PlayStation, GTA 6 is almost like an exclusive for them. I mean, when you really think about it, Xbox hasn't even sold as many Series X and S consoles in comparison to PlayStation 5. I mean, it's a major difference. And this game will most definitely move a lot, and I mean a lot, of PlayStation 5 consoles. I know many friends that are still on PS4 and Xbox One at the moment, and they're waiting for this game to drop to finally pick up their own PS5, and this is why I think the collaboration between Rockstar and Sony is going to be so huge, and this is most likely why we are probably going to be seeing a bundle with GTA 6 and the PS5 consoles like they've done in the past. Now, in wrapping all of this up, and specifically in relation to the November release date, I don't think we need to fearmonger whatsoever. Like I said in my last video, I'm going to reiterate it and say that as of this moment, I don't think that GTA 6 is going to get a further delay. And of course, that could change. Anything could with game development, as it is so complex, especially on the scale of a new Grand Theft Auto title. But anyways, guys, now we're going to leave it there. I want to pass over you guys down in that comment section below. What do you make of everything we discussed within today's video? I'd love to hear from you guys down there. And if you wanted to enjoy this video and found any informative value, please consider subscribing to the channel, like, and of course, turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upcoming GTA 6 upload. Stay safe, have a great day, and I am out.